babies, it's Mother Love and Shaq C here with some more nuggets of Forgive and Forget from a while ago. But he felt like it was time we reiterated and brought it up because people are hurting so badly, and we're just here as an outlet from many years ago that you can come and reminisce with us about Forgive and Forget. See, we got on our Forgive and Forget T-shirts. My granddaughter told me the new word is merch. I have to keep up with the young people. And I said something to them the other day. They go, don't say that. That people will know you old. They'd be cracking me up. So how you doing today, sweetie? Is it sweltering in New York like it is here in California?
Oh God, yeah, Mother Love. It's so hot. It's I step outside and you can just feel it. So yeah, that's what summertime is, I guess.
Look, and y'all got the humanity. That's what one of our old aunts used to call humidity. Just, it's got so much humanity out here. Just what does she say? That's her word for humidity. You have to understand old people's verbiage, and when it always comes back around. So speaking of coming back around, what do you have for Mother Love and the audience on Forgive and Forget? And do I need tissue?
It's Forgive and Forget. You need some tissue.
I'm ready for him, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all got my tissue.
But this is a good one. We got a good one for you tonight. All right. So yeah, this is.
You gonna tell me a little bit, just a little teeny bit?
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit. It's a good mix of stories here. The first one. Her name is Cindy Squires, and she came on the show because she wanted to ask for her sister's forgiveness because she ran away from her and hasn't spoken and did not speak to her or seen her in 4 years.
Her sister.
Her sister.
See, now that's just crazy. And then you're holding that in for 4 years. Okay. Roll that beautiful Forgive or Forget footage.
All right. So
see what I did there?
Yep. All right. So here it is. Wait, is it this one or is it this one? No, that's the wrong one. It's this one. Yep. Okay.
I forgive you, or forget it. Welcome to Forgive or Forget. And now the host of Forgive or Forget, Mother Love.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Forgive or Forget. Let's meet our first guest.
My name is Cindy Squires. When I was growing up, my sister was like a mother to me. She was the only person I could count on. 4 years ago, I walked out of her life without saying goodbye. I owe her an apology and an explanation.
Cindy, now I know you left suddenly, but before we talk about that, tell me about your relationship with your sister.
While I was growing up, she was always there for me. My mother kicked us out when I was about 4 years old.
Wait a minute, how could you get kicked out at 4 years old? You're a baby.
My sister was there for me throughout my whole life. She was like my mother.
So now you had a close relationship. Is she a lot older than you are?
Yes, she is 7 years older than me.
Oh, that's really not a lot older. So if you're like 7, if you're 4, she's 11.
Yeah. But while we were growing up, like I said, she was always there for me. And then when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I went into a foster home. And then I kept in contact with her. And throughout the years, she was always there. I could pick up the phone, and she was there to hear me. Anytime I had a question, anything, she was always there for me. And then when I was 15, I went and stayed with her. I moved in with her when I was 15. And we did things together. We went everywhere together. And I lived there till I was about 18 years old. And after I had moved out, she would come spend weekends with me, with her children, and I'd go spend the weekends with her, with my children. And we just always had a very close relationship.
So Cindy, why would you just up and leave a close relationship like this for no reason? Was there a reason?
No, there wasn't a reason, but when I did leave, she was asking, Cindy, where's money? You've been staying here a month and a half, you got a couple bucks you can give me. yeah, okay, Chris, I will, in a couple days, this week I will, or next week I will, and I never did. I never gave her anything.
Did you?
I acted like I didn't appreciate her. I was just, yeah, she'll do this for me, she'll do that for me.
And
I took advantage of it. I took advantage of her, and I feel so guilty for that.
So you felt no sense of responsibility, even after you become an adult. Could you have helped her? Could you have given her a few dollars here and there?
Yes, I could have. But I never did. It was just, no, I want the money. I need it.
In a moment, we'll hear your apology to your sister. But first, I want you to listen to her talk about how she felt when you left her 4 years ago.
My sister Cindy, I took her in as my own child. I raised her as my own kid. I adopted her. I took care of her for years. She has always been with me. Towards the end, I don't know what happened. She stabbed me in the back. She told her friends what a terrible mother I am. I did everything for her. I treated her like a queen. I took her in at the last minute. I was always there for her. That's the thanks I get. I haven't heard from her in years. I didn't know if she was alive or dead or where she was. Always thinking about her, wondering where she is, if she's okay or not. Well, this is the thanks I get. She just walked out of my life, and I haven't heard from her in years.
Oh my gosh.
Here, sweetie.
Oh my gosh.
Your sister said she took you in, did everything she could for you, and she didn't even know if you were living.
I didn't tell her I was coming back down to North Carolina.
You didn't tell her anything. You didn't pick up the phone. You didn't call her. You didn't write her.
No, at first I was afraid to call her after I had come back down to North Carolina. I was afraid to call because I was afraid of rejection. I've been pushed away and rejected all my life, and I was afraid for it to happen again, but I did it to myself.
But not her. She didn't reject you. She opened up her home and her heart and took care of you, and you just walked away from her. Well, we got together with Cindy and our affiliate WBTV Channel 3 in Charlotte, North Carolina. They helped us prepare a videotaped message for her sister Chris. Let's all take a look at that message as we see Chris watching it for the first time.
Chris, I am so ashamed that I haven't spoken to you in over 4 years. You are the only family that I have, and I have done nothing but taken advantage of you over the years. You were like a mother to me while we were growing up, and I have done nothing but run away from your love and friendship. You opened your door when I needed you, and you also opened your heart when I needed you the most. And I am here to say that I am sorry for taking off without saying goodbye, without saying anything. So if you could please find it in your heart to forgive me, I need you back in my life because I miss you so much.
Cindy, you waited over 4 long years to apologize to your sister for leaving like you did. And if she's willing to accept your apology, she'll be standing on the other side of that door. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll find out if she's here. We'll be right back.
You know, it's bad when you're watching yourself on TV and you're like, that ain't even me.
Yeah, like you're somebody else.
I'm having an out-of-body experience, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
and family, we can send each other through hell and high water.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, you're still family.
Yep.
You're still family. And you got this, like, when we were growing up, it was 6 of us, and our mother used to tell us all the time, be kind to your sisters and brothers. You never know if you're going to need a kidney or a piece part from them. And I didn't know what a piece part was.
This is piece part.
The piece part. I read this story once. It was about this. It was 3 siblings, 2 sisters and an older brother. Well, they grew up dirt poor, and then when the older brother, went out into the world, he became very successful and very prosperous, and he treated his sisters like she treated her sister Chris. You know, that it's just all about me. Well, he needed a kidney transplant, and they were looking all over at every place for him a kidney. Finally, he said, "Well, I have 2 sisters They came down. One sister was not a match. The other sister was an identical match. He flew him to the hospital, to the thing, and they came in and said, "Well, here's your brother." And he said, "Oh, I just thank you so much. I mean, I know I treated you guys bad, but I just really need your help." His sister, who had the kidney that she could give him, she leaned up and she said, "I'm not giving you my kidney. You wouldn't even help. You wouldn't even help me and your sister. You know, we were bitterly poor. I'm not giving you my kidney." You can forget that. Got up, walked away. He was on, I don't know how long he was on the transplant list, but when and she brought up the fact that he treated them really, really bad. So, that's like, are you obligated to do this for somebody? Is Chris obligated to come and forgive her for what she did? I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, see, now that I got older and set him away. No.
Yeah, I mean, we always, there's always hope, so.
And there's always room for forgiveness, even when you don't feel like it. That's when you really need to do it. Okay, let's see what happened with Chris.
Yeah, let's see what happened with her. Oh, did I skip this? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry.
Welcome back. We're here with Cindy Squires. She says the one and only person in her life she could ever depend on was her older sister, Chris, and that she had no real reason for walking away from Chris 4 years ago without even saying goodbye. Cindy, if your sister's willing to accept your apology for just dropping out of her life like that with no explanation, she's standing on the other side of that door. But please be ready. She might not be there. Maybe the hurt you caused her, she's just not ready to forgive you now. Are you ready to find out if she's here? Go take your place in front of the door. All right, Cindy Squires, let's open the door.
You can't script that. You cannot script that. You can't even script that. Like look, everybody.
Wait, come on over. Come on over to the sofa. Just come on over. There she is.
Thank you.
Come on, Cindy. Bring her. I know. Cindy, come on.
They can't even let
Come
go
on,
of
bring
each
her
other.
over here. Come on, bring her over here. Don't fall out on the show. Okay. Now wait. Now, Chris, Cindy has something she needs to say to you.
Chris, you've been there throughout my whole life. You know and all that. You've done everything I could ever want in a mother like you. And when I left you 4 years ago, I don't know why, I just left. I didn't think about how you would feel. I didn't think about all that. And I wanted to call you. I was afraid that you would reject me, hang up on me.
I'm glad you did. Oh my God. I didn't know if you were alive, if you were dead, even nothing. I seen your son at Darien Lake. He's 8 years old. He looks just like you. That's all I could think about was you. That's all I've been thinking about every day of my life. Why did you do it? I don't understand. I just don't understand why.
She is so glad to see you, but she is so mad.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so happy you found me, Cindy.
Did you ever think you'd hear from her again?
Never. I never thought I'd see her again.
What did you think, Chris, when she just walked away like that, just didn't say anything to you?
Well, I know she had a messed up life and she had it hard, but I just didn't know why. I thought maybe I did something to her. I don't know. I don't know why.
Did she?
It wasn't anything she did.
Tell her.
It was nothing you did. It was nothing. It was like the more love and friendship that you were giving me, I was running from that because...
And taking advantage of it.
Yeah. But I haven't gotten it on my whole life, and I was just scared.
I think about you every day. me and the kids. The kids are going crazy.
I love him so much.
It's like we have no family as it is, you know? The only ones we have are each other. How could you? That's why I was so hurt and upset, because we don't have really a family, and the little family I had left me. It's like, I don't know what, I thought I was doing something wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I just wanted to say I'm glad that y'all made up with one another, because having your sister there is the most important thing in the world. Even though it's 4 years, forget what's lost, now y'all found each other again.
So, you bust out that door. You came out of that door.
I got 2 big girls.
Oh, tell her that. Yeah, tell her about
I got 2 baby girls. Destiny and Tiffany. Destiny's 14 months and Tiffany's 5 weeks.
Oh my God.
2 little babies.
You just had a baby 5 weeks ago? A baby, a whole human being came out your body 5 weeks ago?
She was premature.
I don't care.
She's always been like that with her other boy.
Great.
2 days after she had the baby, she was walking around with spandex on.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to tell Cindy and Chris, I mean, I'm glad that y'all forgive and forget everything, but where did you go since you didn't have any other family? Because I know it's hard running away from your family, but running away is never the answer. You should stay and fight your problems out.
Where did you go?
I went back down to North Carolina.
We have your 1-year-old daughter here.
Oh,
Let's bring her out so you can meet your niece.
Oh my goodness! You got all this activity. What do y'all got?
Don't just let her fall out, you know. It's okay, sweetie. You're on television, and when you see this at 15, you're going to be mad. It's all right, sweetie. But I do like her name is Destiny because you named her that because this is your destiny. She is your family like your sister Chris is your family. I would hope that you don't take off again.
I will never. I hope not.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We'll be right back.
One day I'm gonna get this whole thing together. I'm clapping, crying with the people like.
And you know that baby now is 26 years old now.
Wait, did you have to bring that?
Oh, I'm
part
sorry. Well,
I mean, it's been 26 years.
Yeah, that's amazing though.
It just don't seem like it's been that long, and it's still just as raw and just as pure and honest as we did.
Right? We both crying like the show is like new. It's crazy.
Well, it is kind of new,
It is.
and the sad part about it, this is going on even more in the world, where people and families are being disconnected and destroyed because of an ideology. They're kicking the kids out because they're gay, or they're they don't like what they're doing. They decided that they don't want to worship like their parents do, and they just go run away. Like, you can't run away from your blood. Well, you can, but it's gonna be ugly when you get back to it. So why not open up now? And I mean, that's 4 years. They're never going to get back. And I like what the young lady said in the audience. It's good that they could forgive or forget, but this is in the past. It's time to plan out your future. That was great.
Right.
That was great.
Exactly.
We were awesome on that show. Oh, my God. Okay, what's the next one?
All right, well, the next
I'm
one
sipping my lemon juice and my lemon water.
All right, this is Enrique Rodriguez, and he's coming on the show to apologize to his wife, who he says he has been verbally and physically abusive to. Yeah.
I want to see that one because, I have an attitude about things like that.
Well,
And one day, I kept telling you, one day I'm going to really come out of my shell and I'm going to be awesome at this. Okay, let's hear what he has to say. This is Enrique, you said?
yeah.
I'll put it.
Welcome back. Let's meet our next guest.
My name is Enrique Rodriguez. I abused my wife for many years during our marriage. I even hurt her in front of our children. I no longer treat her badly. Today I want to apologize for all the things I've done to her.
Enrique, Why did you abuse your wife?
Well, I grew up in an abusive family, and I thought that, as I grew up, that, my parents would hit me to tell me to do things, and when I got married, I thought that if I did the same thing, my wife would listen to me and do what I wanted her to do. And I found out that that wasn't the way to go. I got married, I was 18, she was 16, she couldn't cook, she couldn't clean, she didn't know how to iron. I tried to teach her all that things. And I kind of felt that, I don't know how I'm going to say that, she should have been able to do those things for me. And I got mad at her, and I would take it out on her, I would hit her, I would slap her, I would yell and scream at her.
Even at 16?
Yes.
And you're 18 at the time? Why would you think a 16-year-old, or did you even think about the fact that she was only 16?
Oh, well, at the time, I didn't consider that. At the time, I believe I was selfish. I was just thinking of myself. I think I was maybe trying to turn her into a robot or something. I don't know. But
now, how many years have you been married now?
21 years. We'll be married 22 years in December.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids.
And your children saw you abuse this woman?
Yes, they did.
That you say you love her. And you got 5 any sons?
Yeah, I have 1 son.
And your son saw the pattern of abuse repeated from your father to Enrique to your son.
Yes.
How has this, because I know it had to affect your children. First, what is your relationship with your wife like? Because you said you don't abuse her anymore.
Well, I don't abuse her anymore, but now it's, we're not that close. She threatens me to leave. She wants to leave me. She wants to leave me with the kids. Because she says I can handle them better. Because they don't listen to her. But I don't want her to leave. I want her to stay because we're a unit. But 21
years. And you're beating her? You're beating her in front of your children? You ever hit her in public?
Yes, I have.
You hitting her in public? What about in front of other family members?
I've done that too.
And now she's 16. So now she's been through this trauma just about all of your married life?
Just about.
When did the abuse stop?
In 91.
You set up a pattern for her.
Yes, I did.
Is she terrified of you?
She says she's not, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
When did things start to change?
Well, one time back in, I think it was 90, we had a real big fight. The police were called. There were about 7 police cars there. And my wife, she has a wonderful heart. She has a real big heart because she could have put me in jail. But she didn't. She sent me to the hospital because she knew I needed help.
She sent you to a hospital? What kind of hospital did she send you to?
Mental ward.
Wait. Hey, wait a minute. Because you stop and think about what this man is saying. We hear many times about men beating and abusing and terrorizing their families, their wives, their children, and they won't take responsibility. There are men laying dead because a woman was so terrified for her life. His wife didn't do this. She loved him enough for you to get help. For you to get help. When she could have left you. She could have did a lot of things to you. She could have had you arrested. So she doesn't have you arrested. She had you go to the hospital.
Yes.
Is this your turning point?
No, I actually went to the hospital about maybe 7 times. The last time when I went to the hospital, there was a counselor that opened up my eyes and showed me what I was doing was wrong.
Have you ever tried to apologize to your wife? What's her name, Enrique?
Juanita.
Have you ever tried to apologize to Juanita before? Because I understand abusers, they hit their women and this, oh, baby, I'm sorry, then you hit her again. Did you ever tell her you were sorry?
Yeah, I've told her a lot of times that I'm sorry.
Well, why is now, on this show, why is today any different? And why should she forgive you?
Because I think maybe all the times that I said I'm sorry, she didn't believe me. And I wanted to come and do this on national TV to show everybody that I am sorry. And if anybody's out there that is being abused or is abusing somebody, please get help. Please get help, because I put my family through hell. And now that my wife threatens that she's going to leave, I'm living a hell now. I used to weigh 187. Now I weigh like 140. And because of all this thing, I can't sleep, I can't eat. Sometimes I can't even be a proper dad to my kids.
Are you a proper dad? Has your son, how old is he?
He's 13.
Has he started a cycle of repeating this? How so?
He threatens I got a 17-year-old that's pregnant. She's going to get married in October. And anytime he gets mad with her, he says he doesn't care if she's pregnant or not, he'll hit her.
This is his sister he's talking to. And you are saying today to us, to Juanita, that you are willing to stop this cycle of abuse and take responsibility for what you've done, for the terror you've caused your family.
I've been doing that for the past 7 years, trying to take responsibility for what I've done.
We sat down with Enrique earlier and helped him prepare a videotape message for his wife, Juanita. Let's take a look at that message as we see Juanita watching it for the first time.
Juanita, I feel like I'm the luckiest man in the world that you're still with me after 21 years. All the abuse I put you through and the kids through and all the problems that we're having, I take full responsibility for. All I want for you is to forgive me and to trust me again. All I want is a family, and the last few weeks you've been threatening to leave and leave me with the kids and just disappear, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay with me and the kids, and so we can be a family. And I know it could be what you want it to be and what I want it to be, something real special. And if you can just come through that door, it'll make my whole day.
Enrique, I know how much you want your wife Juanita to accept your apology, but those years of abuse may be too difficult for her to forgive. And if she feels that way, she will not be here.
No.
And she would have every right.
She would.
Not to. What we're going to do is take a little break, and we'll find out if Juanita's on the other side of that door or not. We'll be right back.
And we want to give a special shout out to the people who are watching and listening to us. Timo Panda, Mo Love, what's good? Ellie Thompson said, hey, Timo Panda. Oh, they talking to each other in the feed. Look at that. Thank goodness. They say you just can't go wrong with some FOF hugging. You can't go wrong with forgive or forget hugging. That's it. Man, where am I? See, now they looking for their tissue. Everybody got to go get a tissue.
Everybody waterhead.
Everybody waterhead. I'm telling you, I mean, this is stuff that, they could say this is stuff you could not script. And then I had to wear an IFB. And oftentimes the producers would say, they didn't tell us that in the pre-interview, Mother Love. Wait a minute, I don't know what she going to do. Oh, Lord. Because they know listen, I keep Vaseline and I kept my hoop earring. I forgot to snatch my wig hat off, put my Vaseline on my face. So look, and it was like, somebody get it. Go get the host. The host don't went crazy. And one time one of the guests tried to run off the stage. And I was like, oh no, she did not. I walked.
Yeah, that's we showed that the other week when you chased her off. It's like
You know, looking at this.
But you know what I appreciate about this? I appreciate that you corrected the audience when they were laughing when Enrique mentioned about going to getting mental health.
Yeah,
because
that's not funny.
That's not funny. Like he's at least he's taking. I did have a problem with what he said. He said, 1991. I said, well, I wonder why it took 7 years for him to finally realize that. But
sometimes it just take a while for the light to go, and sometimes it just never goes on. I have people that I grew up with be murdered by their husband because of the abuse. One of my dear friends, God rest her soul, we worked together, and this chick was at the job before everybody else was at the job. So when she didn't show up early that morning, we all knew something was wrong. And this was on Monday. It happened on a Friday. Then we found out on the Monday. Her husband had beat her to death.
Oh my God.
He was on crack. He had spent up all the money, went to the bank, spent up all the money. The kids didn't even have money to go get get school clothes. And she wouldn't give him any money. He told her, "You're going to either give me this money or you're going to die." She was like, I got kids to take care. Well, he killed her over the weekend. And let me tell you he rode around with her body in the back seat, in the back of his van for 3 days. The police found him. He was parking like a place that a van shouldn't have been, and found her body in the back. And he said, I don't know what happened. I must have killed her. They said, oh, yeah, you did that, and rolled around. And this is what thank God the kids are all right for the most part. But that's something when you know that your father killed your mother killed your father, or anything like that, to get out, to get safe. And sometimes, unfortunately, it can end in tragedy. And, she could have did a whole bunch of stuff to him. See, one of them kind of guys. I'm just saying. We got skills. But see, that's when you know somebody really, really loves you. And she wanted him to be a whole guy. Somebody said, that's Marvin Glenn. He said, I love this show and wish it could come back for real. Has me laughing and crying and fighting when no one was at the... They would be throwing stuff at the TV. So I had to get a nerve ball because sometimes you need to throw something at the TV for the guests. I'm like, no. But that's what it was. And that's what made us so different. And made us so special, to the point that people 26 years later still have that fondness for her. I met a guy, I was helping one of my other girlfriends. This was just a couple of weeks ago. And she just loves all of her. She calls me her star friend. I'm like, no, I'm your friend first. So anyway, a guy came over, he was doing helping her do something. And she said, well, that's my friend over there, Mother Love. And he go, wait, and that was Mother Love, the real Mother Love. Oh, like I'm the fake. And so he gets out the car. He like 9 feet tall. I'm like hitting him like, he could have used my head for a prop. And he said, oh my goodness. Gets out the car and he goes, I hear that voice. But where's the rest of you? I said, I left a long time ago. That's why they call it losing weight. I lost it. That's it. And he said, he gave me just the sweetest compliment. And I wish I could have took credit for it, but this is all God's doing. I'm just a broken vessel trying to be stuck together with bubble gum, duct tape, and pantyhose. I'm just saying. And this was really hard. And the fact that he knows that he did wrong and he was willing. See, this take a lot of guts right here. That's
why I appreciate you checking the audience, because that's not right to laugh when he's there, he's bearing his soul, and sometimes you beg men to, especially men who beat their wives, they don't have that type of introspection. They just like, I'm gonna keep doing it and I'm gonna keep doing it. I mentioned another talk show, Steve Wilkos. These men, like, they never seem to have any type of remorse. But this guy here, he was. It took him a while, like he said, but he was there. He was willing to do it. So
And that's not an easy thing to do, to bear your heart. And I felt like they really trusted me. I wasn't going to let people just come over there and act a fool and be making fun of the guests or anything. Now, I can make fun of the guests if they were stuck on stupid, because you stuck on stupid. Paused on ignorant, parked on dumb. Get your behind over here. Get off the side. Okay, let's see what Mr. Rodriguez said.
Yeah.
His wife has heard his plea for forgiveness. Will she accept his apology for years of abuse?
We're back. And Enrique Rodriguez is here to apologize to his wife Juanita for the years he spent abusing her in their home and being a bad father and a bad husband and not a really good provider for his children. Enrique says he no longer mistreats his wife, but still feels grateful that she's with him after everything he put her through. Enrique, if Juanita's willing to forgive you, that's one heck of a woman. That is one heck of a woman, because you put her through hell.
Yes, I did.
Your children and yourself.
Yep.
But you've been willing to stop the cycle of abuse and take responsibility for your actions.
And give my family the life they deserve.
They deserve that. Are you ready to find out if she's going to forgive you?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go take your place in front of the door. Okay, Enrique Rodriguez, let's open the door. We don't know. Enrique.
Yes.
She's waited 21 years to hear this from you. You tell her what you want to tell her.
Oh, we got married when we were young.
No, let him tell you, Juanita. He owes you this.
I am so sorry of all the abuse I put you and the kids through. I love you so much. I want to grow old and die with you and give our family the life they deserve. They deserve better than what I've given them. And I'm going to work my hardest to give them what they need and what they deserve. And I really, really love you, baby. I really do.
I just want you to change, and I'm sorry.
Juanita, what do you want to say to him?
He said, when we got married, I was 16 and he was 18.
Tell him.
It didn't come with instructions, you know. Marriage don't come with instructions. Kids don't come with instructions. All I want to do is we can try to make it work and go seek help. And so that we don't drag it on to the kids and the kids don't drag it to their kids.
That's the main reason I'm doing this, babe.
And I do love you. Or I wouldn't be here.
That's true.
Work is everyday ongoing.
Oh, wow. Hi.
What are you saying?
I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself. I was just saying relationships take a lot of work. And it takes, if you're not prepared for that, and we don't come with instructions, and kids don't. And so we're playing it by ear, all of us. And to have somebody, to know somebody is in your corner like that, even with all the crapped up stuff that he said and he did to her, you know, she still was willing to give this guy a chance. Somebody, C3PO 626 said, Mother Love, between the tell the truth and forgive and forget, I could tell you were one amazing human being, and even now, you still are. That's all of us. Thank you, baby. Jameer said, hey, Mother Love and Shaq C. How about that? Oh my God, I about nearly cried if you see, I think they'd be crying before they even know.
Yeah.
So that door is brutal. That door is brutal. And when there's nobody there, I'm like, oh man. I mean, I hope that they were able to really.
Wait, let's finish this.
Okay. All
right, it's just you and Enrique and me and a few of our close friends. Give her a tissue right there, Enrique. Take one for yourself, not the box. You can't have no box.
you.
Now, Juanita, you said you don't want him to pass this along to your kids.
No.
And he said that you have a 13-year-old son who
Yes.
he already sees his violent temper developing.
Yes, that's my son, Enrique Jr. He does have a bad temper. But we're trying to break the cycle with him.
So are you looking to get Enrique some counseling as well to try to help him?
Yes.
I've mentioned it to her that I think we need to put him in a hospital so he can start talking with somebody about his temper.
He closes up.
Well, if you need it, we have a counselor backstage that's willing to help you set up some counseling sessions for yourselves, for your son, for your daughters, because he said that you have a 17-year-old daughter he can see that she's looking for abusive men as well.
She demands. Yeah, she's very demanding.
I thank you both.
I thank you.
For taking the opportunity to come and share this with us. Enrique, you know, there are millions of women who are going through the very thing you've put Juanita through, who might not feel that they can change. Would you just tell them that they can?
They can change. It wasn't, I didn't blame him. It had to do with his upbringing.
You see,
but he's taking responsibility.
A lot of men think that, you know, oh, I can hit her. She's my wife, I could do whatever I want. You know, I'm a man. That doesn't make a man. That does not make a man.
I can't say it any better. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
I hope they were able to stick to that and stick to their plan, and they are growing older together. Because it takes work. It takes work. And one of the things I've always said, when you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, make sure that you all are friends first.
Right.
And at 16 and 18, they didn't even know who the heck they were. And they're out here making babies, trying to make it work. 16, I couldn't even imagine being pregnant and getting married at 16. Heck, I couldn't imagine when I had my son, I was 24, and everybody thought I had a son who was like much younger. I'm like, no, I don't even know who this guy keep walking in the door to. And you got to be careful, especially women with their sons and men with their sons, because they don't do what they see their dad do. And if their mom is taking that abuse and making it look like it's all right, there would be no reason for him to think that it isn't all right. So you got to stand up, and I'm really glad that he saw the error of his ways and said, okay, I can do better than this. I can do better than this, and be smarter about it. Okay, look, my tissue box almost now. It refilled on the tissue. I got a big giant wide over here, I'm telling you. Good thing I put a lot of mascara on today, because it would have been all over. I had to highlights up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. And now this last one is the next guest is Natasha Brown. She's coming on the show because she planned a wedding in a whole week, and she's apologizing to her mother because she didn't even wait for her mother to plan the wedding. Yep.
Oh, that could get real ugly.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear what she has to say. So the daughter's coming on to say she didn't wait for her mother to come to the wedding or plan the wedding.
She, well, I think plan the wedding, but
Okay.
yeah, I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
So yeah, let's watch.
My name is Natasha Brown. My mom wanted me to postpone my wedding date for 1 week so she could be there. I refused to change the date, so my mom ended up missing my wedding. I regret what I did. I owe my mom a big apology.
Natasha, why didn't you change your wedding date for your mom? Well, why wouldn't you change your wedding date for your mother?
Back then, Mother Love, I was stubborn. I had the attitude, this is my life. I can do it, live it how I want to live it. And I just went on through with it.
Even your mother, your one mother, are you her only daughter?
No, I have a younger sister.
So you're her oldest daughter. So you're the first one to get married? And you refuse to even change it by a week?
Because I had my cake, I had my dress, I had everything together, and I wanted to do it then.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you made these wedding plans and you didn't even bother to include your mother in it? I mean, it takes a while to plan a wedding.
No, it happened like this. Me and my boyfriend, we had dated 2.5 months. I know. And
Wait, you and him been together 2.5 months?
see, it's like this. Our families are very close. My grandmother named him and everything, but we really didn't know each other. And I met him one day. We dated 2.5 months. We spent every day together. And then on a Friday, he was like, you know, will you marry me? And I said, yeah. And he said, next week. And I said, yeah. And we were going to elope, but that Monday, I was like, I got to tell my mom. So actually, we only had 4 days.
So what did you do, get married at the Justice of the Peace and you didn't know?
We had a church wedding in 4 days. I had my bridesmaid, my maid of honor, my flower girl. I had everything.
So you could get all these people together in 4 days, but you didn't have enough gumption to have your mother there? Why couldn't she be there at the time that you wanted to get married, Natasha?
Because she had church commitments that she couldn't break, and I knew she couldn't break it. But I was stubborn, Mother Love. I wanted to do it when I wanted to do it.
You couldn't wait 7 more days while your mother had a commitment? Now, how would you would have felt? Just let me play the devil's advocate here. How would you would have felt if you planned this whole wedding months in advance, your mother knew about it, and she said, oh, well, I can't be at your wedding because I have something else to do?
I would have been hurt. I know. I would have been hurt. And she was hurt. She was very hurt by it.
Hurt? Devastated?
Yeah.
So what did she say to you? What did you go and say to her after you had this wedding that you knew she couldn't attend? You were really too selfish to say, well, we'll postpone it for a week. Not even a day. Was her church function for a whole week?
For the weekend.
For the weekend. And you got married on a weekend, and you just simply couldn't do this. What did you say to her when you come back and you're Mrs. Married, and your mother says to you, well, Natasha, how was your wedding? Or did you come and what did you do? What did you say to her?
We really didn't talk about it. She, gave us a card, to say congratulations on your wedding. And we had videotaped it, and I showed it to her. She cried because she was sorry that she couldn't have been there.
Oh my God.
But back then, I was just that selfish.
So now, why now? I mean, how long have you been married?
2 years.
So why now? It's been 2 years. Why are you apologizing now to her for
now,
this?
because I have a son, and I want her and my son to get a bond. Plus, I want us to get back closer because we were close, and I want us to get back how close we were.
And because of this,
yeah,
you've distanced yourself from her?
Yeah, the way I was back then, Mother Love, I was terrible. I had an attitude problem.
Oh, well, I'm glad you've gone to AA, attitude adjustment class. We sat down with Natasha and helped her prepare a videotaped message for her mom, Rita. We have Rita live backstage with us today. Let's get her set up to join us now. Rita, welcome. Hi. I'm going to play you a message from your daughter, Natasha, and then I'm going to ask you to make a decision about whether you want to come through the door. Let's all take a look at Natasha's message now. Okay.
I want you to know that I'm really sorry for how my wedding day was planned. I know you really didn't approve of my quick marriage, but I was too selfish and self-absorbed to listen to your feelings and take them into consideration, and I really regret that. I want you to know that if I could do it all over again, I would have waited that extra week that you wanted me to wait so that you could have been there to give me away. I want you to know that it hurts me very bad to know how selfish and how I was acting. And I'm here to tell you that I'm sorry, and I want us to become much closer, especially since there's a grandson in the picture now. Please accept my apology because I'm truly sorry.
Rita, don't say anything yet. I'm going to ask you to think about what you've just heard. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll find out if you're ready to come through the door and accept Natasha's apology. We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. See, and she sounded real selfish to me.
Yes.
Okay, she sound. I mean, it was like, okay, so what I did, I broke your heart. Okay, yeah, I'm your oldest daughter. Okay, yeah, I'm getting married. Okay, yeah, so now I got a grandson, and I'm truly sorry. Me, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because she just wants her mother to forgive her, so she doesn't feel guilty about the bad decision she made. It's not about forget her asking her mother to forgive her. 9 times out of 10, yeah, her mother was hurt. I'd have been hurt. I'm hurt for
I
her.
can't imagine. Why would you keep? That's something you don't keep that from your mother. Like, I wonder if there's something to that. Like, did she not like? Did the mother like the boyfriend? Did the mother not approve? I don't know. It's
Because the mother, and she said, she was peppering it, what Natasha was peppering it with. We met each other and we was together for 2.5 months. We would spend every day together. Then he asked me to marry him, and I said, okay, I'm gonna marry him. You don't even know him. 2.5 months. If you letting him French kiss you after 2.5 months, that's way too fast. That's way too fast. And now you done had a baby. Now you want to use your son as a pawn. Because mama, this your grandson. Okay, not the tissue. This your grandson, mama. Here, meet your grandson. She's gonna fall in love with the child anyway.
Right.
So she's a manipulator. She is manipulating that situation. And if her husband was if he was any kind of dude, he would have said, we can wait the week. We could wait the week out. You can bake a cake anytime. I would have baked the cake for him. And to me, she just seems very manipulative, and I want to feel better about, not giving you that week. So come through the door and forgive me because I said I was sorry. It's one thing to say you're sorry. It's one thing to say you want forgiveness. It's another one to admit. To get that. You got to be prepared to, say they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. And oftentimes people think, oh, well, they're going to be behind the door. They're going to be behind the door. And then they don't show up. And it's like, oh, go ahead. Okay, okay, let's go back to the story. I got a little salty. That's why
She admits she made it impossible for her mom to come to her wedding. Will her mom forgive her for it?
Welcome back. We've been talking with Natasha, who says it's all her fault that her mom ended up missing her wedding. She says she was only thinking of herself when she refused to postpone the day to accommodate her. Now, Natasha, if your mom is willing to accept your apology for not including her in the most important day of your life, one of the most important days, she's going to be standing on the other side of that door. But you have to understand, she might be so hurt still. Yeah, it's been 2 years, but she's not in your wedding pictures or anything because of your selfishness. Are you ready to find out if she's here?
Yeah.
Go take your place in front of the door. Okay, Natasha, let's open the door.
Thank you, Mama was going to be here. Come on. I feel that. One of our viewers said, I would be surprised if she didn't come home
I know that when we got married it hurt, but I'm really sorry, and if we could do it over again, you would have been there to give me away and been there to stand by my side, and I'm really sorry.
Natasha, I accept your apology. But it hurts. Yes, it hurts. For one thing, I raised you better than that. And it's a mother's joy to see her daughter get married and help prepare for a wedding. And, it was really hurtful when you just didn't want to wait. And I felt, you was too young. We didn't have a chance to talk. Your husband didn't even ask permission to even marry you. And that maybe seemed a little old-fashioned, but, that's the way I felt. That he should have asked, and we should have planned a wedding for you.
And Natasha, you told me something, and I want you to share that with the audience about your true relationship with this woman and how you hurt her doubly bad.
Well, she's not my natural mother. She's my aunt, but she's raised me from day one. So she's not only my mother, but she's my mommy.
And you took that away from her. So just let me ask you this out of curiosity. Like maybe on your 5th anniversary, you ever thought about having another wedding so she could be there to do this for you?
We've already started talking about it because we'll be back in Virginia. My husband, he's in the military, and we'll be back in Virginia by then, and we've already talked about it.
Well, you said that you're somebody's mother now, and you would not want this to happen to you, and you want your mom to be close with your baby. We have your baby, so she can start to get close with him, and she can start to spend time with him. Where's Natasha's baby? I just love this. Look at him, waiting. Look at him go. This is Quentin. Look at him. What is with the women just had the babies and your bodies are all intact?
I know.
How old is he?
Almost 3 months.
You just had him. I'm just so... Well, hey, Quentin. Well, Natasha, I hope that after this, you will think about your selfishness and that you will continue to change your attitude, because I couldn't imagine how you would feel if he didn't want you at his wedding. Do you think that you're going to be as close as you once were with her?
Yes.
You can pick it up right where you left off at.
Yes, I can.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, and pick it up with Quentin. We'll be back right after this.
Worth her weight in gold, you know. And I mean, I'm glad that she, felt comfortable enough with us to share that this wasn't her birth mother. And just because you give birth to a baby don't make you no mother. Don't make
I
you
wish she
father.
just said that in the first segment. Why did she say that? Because she had us all thinking, oh, that's her mother.
Well, she is the mother. She the one who took care of her. She didn't say
Right.
what happened to her birth mother or anything.
Yeah.
The fact that the mama is the one that's going to be there. See, mothering and having a baby that does not make you a mother. Mothering is a skill set that you learn. You learn what the baby's cry is about. You learn that just because they're crying, they just want attention. I'm like, let them out. When there ain't no tears coming out of baby, you know they manipulating. Babies ain't stupid. Babies are not stupid, and they can feel the tension. And for her to have said this way late in the show, well, she's not my birth mother. She the one put a roof over your head, feeding you every day. She the one waking up in the middle of the night when you screaming. She the one go to the when it's ma'am, your child is over here. She throwing up. She said, well, that's not my birth mother. That means, it means something.
Yeah.
A mothering is when you give your heart and you don't expect anything back. See, that's why I said I probably would have made a good mother, because you could be pimping me. I should be able to get something back. That's the greatest thing I ever did in my life. The single greatest accomplishment I put forth with the help of my husband. A masterpiece. There's no other human being like him in the world. And that was kind of strange too, because I only got one, and he's spoiled rotten. That's my spoiled baby. That's my big bone. He ain't worth a quarter. He know it. His kids know. We all know it. But that's my baby. That is my baby. And I take full and absolute responsibility for spoiling him. I do. And his father, his kids say I'm the mean grandma. I'm not mean. I just got rules and regulations. You got to do certain things a certain way. And you just can't just be going off willy-nilly. And another thing, motherhood and fatherhood, it doesn't end. It just doesn't end. You can't say, okay, well, I'm going to take care of you till you 18, and then you could get out here and go into the world. Well, I don't know crap from apple.
90 seconds.
I just want, see, look, I done been through half a box of tissue. The audience been through half a box of tissue. Shaq was even, oh no, we got that on tape. We saw you.
I was crying. That had me going.
Like this. But it's good that we have this opportunity to share and reminisce and just love on one another. Know that I love all of you. And remember this, no matter how big or tall, or before I even tell, guess who coming over? You ain't gonna guess it. I'm just gonna tell you.
60 seconds.
Miss Melba Moore. Rockstar Melba.
Oh, well, you know what? You have her. I have her Forgive and Forget episode.
Yep. Oh, you do. Oh
Yes,
my
I
goodness.
do.
Oh, we might have to have you. Let us make that work if you can make that work. Remember this,
Absolutely.
no matter how big or tall, short or small, thick or thin, matters not what skin you're in. Everybody needs some forgiveness now and then, needs some mother love now and then. Shaq C, tell them how they can get in touch with you and find you on the internet.
At Shaq C on YouTube and at atomicdog22@gmail.com.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Enjoy your weeks. Try to stay as cool as you can.